Greetings, adventurers! I am back with another Am I the A-hole Reddit story here. So, of course, we're doing Am I the A-hole with D&D drama only. So we're getting into some different table dynamics, just D&D dynamics in general, and placing our judgment. So love to hear from you all in the comments about what you think about OP, DMs, what you would do in the situation, anything like that. So let's jump into this one. So this one actually looks like it's coming from a non-D&D player themselves, but let's see. So it's, am I the a-hole for ruining my fiance's D&D game? So my fiance, 29 male, plays D&D, and while it's not my thing, female 31, I obviously don't mind. He's a bit anxious and doesn't make friends easily. He was so excited when he joined a D&D group and met new people. I like the group members except for Chris, who's kind of frat-ish. He constantly makes disparaging jokes about his wife. He calls her the old ball and chain unironically and says things like, I gotta call the warden and ask for permission first. I don't know why a 20-something man talks like a 1950s oil tycoon, but here we are. He also doesn't contribute when people bring communal snacks to D&D. Okay, so it sounds like OP doesn't play, her fiance does, and everyone's pretty cool except for this one 1950s oil tycoon Chris. Got it. All right, well, let's see how she ruins the group. Which brings me to my point. I don't drink often, but I will sometimes buy a nice, around $50 bottle of vodka. A serving on the rocks makes me feel like an adult in a way I can neither explain nor justify. No justification needed, I mean, that's totally normal. When we have guests over, we set out assorted drinks, snacks, etc. If they want something specific, they have to bring it or ask. Totally fair. It's not up to the host to entirely provide everything for the whole group that's gathering. So I love that you're providing some things and people can bring their own. That's how it typically works out. A while ago, Fiancé held a D&D session at our house. I greeted everyone and then made myself scarce. Later, I came out only to find Chris in our kitchen opening my new vodka. I told him, hey, I thought we told you, but we're supposed to ask first. That's not for guests and it's a bit pricey. Instead of addressing me, Chris turned to Fiancé and said, what's hers is yours, right? Welcome to marriage. Okay, weird. I was floored. Chris then said, you don't mind me having some, right? And poured before I could answer. The group was waiting on him to resume playing, so I let it go. My first mistake for those keeping score. After everyone left, Fiancé confirmed that Chris hadn't asked him either before taking it. Okay, so yeah, we've got some boundaries being crossed here. He seems entitled and honestly a little misogynistic. That's a little weird. This past weekend, D&D happened again. I came out to get some water, and Chris was once again helping himself to my drinks. But here's what totally broke my brain. Chris had BYOB'd, and yet he was still drinking mine. Okay, that's super weird. So you kind of confronted him the first time but let it slide, and now he's bringing his own stuff but still taking yours. Okay, well, let's see if OP makes a firmer boundary this time. Hopefully she does. Or her fiance, honestly, it's his friends. He should kind of be stepping up here and managing that a little bit better. I marched right over and complained. Chris either ignored me or didn't hear, so I asked why he was taking mine when he'd brought his own. He said mine was nicer, and you don't have to be such a B-word about it. It's just a little drink. Are you an alcoholic or just cheap? Wow, the audacity of this guy. Oh my goodness. Wild. Like, do people not have manners? He's a guest in OP's home. I mean, okay, we'll keep going. I told him to leave, not politely. Chris kept saying this is BS over and over, collected his stuff and stormed out. After, things were very awkward. The group agreed that he shouldn't have called me a B-word, but well, Chris was the DM. Oh, didn't see that plot twist coming. Okay, so Chris is the DM and he's also the only problematic one in the group. That's interesting, okay. I don't know a lot about D&D, but without him, there's no game, I guess. Yeah, you need a DM. There's no game without a game master. They have to either keep playing somewhere else with him or start a new campaign that excludes him. Everyone asked me if he's banished forever or if he can come back to our house, and I didn't know what to tell them. I would let Chris back if he apologized, but somehow I don't think I should hold my breath. I feel really bad. Fiancé was so excited about this game, and I may have ended it. Fiancé supports me, but he's worried Chris will cause future problems. Am I the a-hole? So personally, I don't think you're the a-hole here. I think you are fully within your rights to set rules and boundaries within, especially within your own home, right? He's a guest in your home, and nothing that you're doing is outrageous, right? You don't have these ridiculous expectations or standards. You just simply want him to ask first, right? You didn't even necessarily say, hey, you can't have that. You said, we like people to ask first. And if he had been a decent and respectable guy, maybe he would have asked and you would have shared, but he didn't do that. He trampled that boundary. He just helped himself. He was entitled to it. And then he did it a second time. And again, instead of apologizing and owning up to it, he still just kind of made you the problem. And no one has a right to speak to you that way, especially not in your own home, especially not when they're a guest and they're clearly in the wrong. So I do like that you're willing to forgive him. You're saying he could come back if he apologizes. But at the same time, if even your fiance is saying he's probably going to cause future problems, it might be time for either someone else in the group to step up and learn how to DM. It's honestly a ton of fun, definitely a little bit more work, but a ton of fun to be the DM, or maybe try to find a new DM for this, because it doesn't seem like this guy is really someone that you would want your fiance around anyhow, or that your fiance necessarily enjoys if he's even saying he's going to cause more problems. It seems like maybe he was there because he agreed to be the DM. But let's see what the comments say here. So top comment: on so many levels, not the a-hole. Chris is rude, sexist, and clearly misogynistic. Yeah, that right there. And then someone adds to that, you forgot a thief, one who rolled really crap stats and charisma. That's pretty funny too. He also failed his stealth check and sleight of hand, so he must have terrible stats and dexterity. He really is a crap thief. Yeah. So a lot of people are making, the D&D jokes. He also has low in intelligence, wisdom, and dexterity. Intelligence would have told him after the first time that he would be called out. Wisdom would have told him that OP means business, and dexterity would have given him a better reflex save when being caught. Yeah, so it seems like all the comments here, he's obviously chaotic evil. Yeah, what alignment do you think this behavior is? So yeah, all these comments are not the a-hole, right? OP has a right to set boundaries in her own house, and it doesn't seem like Chris really fit in with this group to begin with. But yeah, what do you all think? Let me know in the comments.